Yeah, Ben said go through the door and start filming. I have a good bit.
Hi.
I enjoy standing filming doors organically.
It's been a long time, Gamelab. Okay. Packaging. Okay, check this out. All right. People that are used to like hanging out in our Discord and stuff probably already know this, that we've switched our packaging up. So this is what our packaging used to look like. It's like coffee, right? It goes in a bag. We had a label. The product is packed. And that's it. It's all right. Nothing wrong with that. It's pretty cheap for us to make, and it was relatively straightforward to do. And a lot of this kind of stuff we could source like in cheap enough quantities, right?
This was also the very first way we ever packed miniatures.
Yeah, that's the only way we've done it since 2019. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this.
Look at all these things.
This is the new black site packaging. That's fun. We don't need that. And we're really excited about it. This, I think, is like a huge step up for us.
Look at this 58th Street horror. He's upside down right now.
He's upside down. One of the other problems with this packaging that is really apparent for people when they come and visit us at conventions, or if we want to sell it to a store, is you can't see the miniatures on the inside, right?
Yeah.
It's just like a label and it's like a thing. So it's like not super conducive to like the customer experience too. It's just like, it works for a company that is fulfilling stuff online and is just like super new and green, but this is like us being a lot more professional and like growing up. So we've switched to blister packs for almost everything, with the exception of the Luna factions still come in the silver bags.
Yeah, that one's too good.
The silver bags are great, right? But for almost everything else, and there's a couple of other very like edge case products that will probably still be in the bags for a little while. I think a couple of vehicles will have to go into bags, but like we've literally made like a hard switch to all of the products being in blisters, and that is one of the main things is we now have a trade website.
What?
So stores actually can like just get on and buy direct from us. We'll put a link down below. But essentially, like, you can walk into a store and it's like, look at this professional looking product. Isn't this so cool? It's so pretty. And we actually did this switch specifically for Hametsu because we found these really cool triple blisters, and all of the schools have 3 hunters in them. So we have brand new packaging. So cool. Yeah, I'm gonna like. We've made some pretty big upgrades to the shop, and we're still in the middle of doing stuff. Things have moved around a lot, and things have changed a lot. We're streamlining a lot of the production processes. Everything is now tracked with a lot more paperwork, which might seem annoying, but surprisingly for the people that are actually having to build stuff, it's a lot cleaner for them.
Look at all of these miniatures.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Check this out. Check this out. Look at this. This is like over 1 million bases.
Still need to buy scoops.
We need to get some kitchen scoops for in here. Everything in the facility is now controlled by what we call make orders, or MOs. And this is an MO, okay? And Doug, as production manager, will create these. They're tied to our inventory system, and it basically tells the user what they need to do. So this tells James that we need 100 of these item tokens, and then he'll grab the mold and he'll just go to town. Once he fills it up, he'll spin them. Each of these go onto plates just because it's a little easier. They track their time of when they start.
Look at these Sandys and Denises.
That's crazy. They track their time of when they start stuff. We started doing that recently. we're not asking people to track things down to the second, but it gives us like a pretty generalized idea of how things are going. It also, putting them in these slips allows people to leave like important notes and things like that. And these are all like physically tied to the product bin. They go on the QC shelf. And this is all stuff that James is done with, and he's ready to QC it. And then Brittany and Talon will get to work doing their thing. And then once something, it doesn't leave this shelf until it's done with QC and ready to be packed. And then, this might seem...
Brittany's QCing.
This might seem weird, but it's like a visual control. Once they're done with it, they can put it on this shelf. So let's say it's end of day Friday, they're done with that. And it's like they can put it on this shelf, so they come in Monday morning and they go, I know straight away, all of this stuff is ready to go.
Oh, the quorum. We did 40 and then 13, and then 10 passed and 2 got rejected. And these are now QC'd and ready to pack. So we need to get a label and a bubble bag and a mill bag and a base and resin and a card.
And then they can grab this once it's QC'd. That's like generally the raw resin that's like QC'd and ready. They'll grab the tub and it goes to packing. And sometimes they'll pack it in their little workstations here.
Yeah.
If it's like stuff like this.
Sometimes this is like 15 don't look back light tokens.
Yeah. And things like that are like small quantities. Things like this, you'll pack it over here.
Also, this is a black label, which means it's a back-ordered item. Blue label is for major project resin, so this will be something like Don't Look Back, called the security vans.
Yeah, and then the red label is like an urgent item, something that might be back-ordered, something that might be like, for a retail customer, urgent. As you can see, Talon's over here packing demon ships.
More demon ships.
Getting those packed up. And this table here is for like large runs of products, so game boxes, really large bulks of stuff. As we said before, if something ends up on the major issue shelf, it goes there. And once something's done, it goes onto finished inventory. This is where Tracy now works, and she takes finished inventory. When we make things, they end up on this shelf.
Demon ships. There's 50 of them here.
Yeah. And then once something ends on this shelf, that's when it becomes Tracy's responsibility. And she'll take this product, she'll enter into the inventory system, and then it'll go over to the actual stock files. And then this is also the same for MDF. So when Travis restocks MDF stuff, it ends up on this shelf. So she'll come in Monday morning and she'll restock all of this stuff within probably like 20 or 30 minutes. But there's still more work to do here. This is like kind of step 3. And we're actually kind of excited to do that. I need to put this product back because we're also being like way more strict about how product is like being accounted for. Tracking what you are making, what you have made, and what you still need to make in the future is really important, because there's things that we need to keep stock of, like blisters and bases, that like we have 1 million bases over there, but we're going to burn through hundreds of thousands of those before the end of the year. So it's like we need to know how that is being tracked, and then also be like really rigid about tracking things. So I grabbed these to show off, but like if I just dump these on a table somewhere, these have disappeared, and nobody is tracking them, and it's going to make Tracy's job real hard. So we've also revamped casting and cleaned things up. We've got a much cleaner mold system now of like storing all of the molds and like tracking all of them. Everything has numbers. Everything is like visually indicated now of like, this is what it is, and it has an image of the mold. We also have all of the molds are now organized with our master mold list here. Connor built himself a really nice little mold building desk area with all of the tools that he needs.
It's right next to the vulcanizer.
Super clean and super neat. You want to talk about these?
I mean, you're the one editing in this.
Sure. We've also started doing order cards, right? Anyone who knows anything about this type of manufacturing will immediately go, oh, so they're doing that. This basically has all of the information of this particular item that we use. The QR code is linked to where we purchase it. In this case, we just buy this Molly Lube on Amazon, and it goes with the actual items on the shelf. So when we get down to 1 can left, you take this card, you bring this card. This might seem dumb, but it actually works. And you put the card in box A. And then Doug will come out periodically and go, ooh, I need to order this. And he'll take it to his computer. He has the QR code if he needs it. Most of the time we don't need it, but it is there for if you need it. And then once something gets ordered, it goes back down to receiving, ready to go when the product comes in. And then Tracy, whose job is, it's very loud, to receive goods and place them where they are. She'll take this card and it'll go back on the shelf. So it's this like natural circle of like, ooh, things get restuffed.
This card then is a physical embodiment of the information.
Yeah.
Whenever you see the card, you know, oh, I need to order this. Whenever the card is over here, Doug knows I need it ordered.
Yeah.
Whenever it is ordered and he puts it over there, then we know it has been ordered and it is awaiting to be received.
Yeah, and it basically means that like people don't need to think too much about this because the thinking is like on the card, right? It's like becomes this, because if you think about it, like these are things that we order monthly, weekly in some cases, or every few weeks, and it's like stuff that we know exactly where to buy it because we buy it from there a bunch of times, and it's like we don't need to think about it. It's like just order this item, this is the quantity to order, this is generally how long it takes, and there's a place for notes too if you need it. So super straightforward, and it's actually working quite well.
Oh, we need printer resin.
So printer resin, and these two items have been ordered. They are on their way.
And we know where they were ordered from, the 3D printing department.
Yeah, so when Tracy gets a random box for some random thing that she doesn't really need to know about, she can grab this card and go, oh, okay, that's for 3D printing. So I know exactly where that goes. Same with the gloves. James, obviously these gloves are for him, and it's just super clear, super visual.
Brittany, they're for Brittany.
For casting?
For 3D printing. Oh, that's casting.
That's casting. Dude,
oh.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't read.
You should read.
And maybe we'll do more in-depth videos.
Yeah, if there's something about any of what we do that you're like, oh, I find that really fascinating, can you do more of a video? Connor and I are not experts of this kind of stuff, but we're like learning a lot. We've been reading a lot, been watching a ton of videos about how people set up this type of manufacturing, and I find it really fascinating. So that's it. This is like part 1, and then we'll do like a part 2 update at some point when we have some more progress. And then anyone who wants to nerd out about process engineering and manufacturing stuff, you can like check it out.